So, get this wheel out the way. So my plan, I'm gonna cut these off. See how that goes. I gotta take this shock off. And then I'm gonna get these leaves off and throw in these. I just got the U-bolts off. And I was just working on a leaf spring. And my buddy, my baby girl showed up. It's the neighbor's dog from way over there. But every time I work on the truck, she shows up. It's awesome. She's such a good girl. Yeah, girl. Look, I got me a little buddy today. All right. Drop my leaf spring. I'm not good at filming, man, so I'm gonna start on the next one. I just want to get this shit in my head first. But leaf springs down, 21 millimeter all around. These are 21 too. I'm gonna get this shock off from up there. Put my new ones on. These Street Performance Belltech. And yeah, I'm gonna go on the other side. No. So that was funny as hell. I'm gonna keep her around just till the owner gets here. Cause I know he lives right down the road, but I don't want her getting by a car. I just dropped her off and she ran right back, so. But as you can tell, these Belltech 3-inch lowering springs are way lower than those. I don't even know if I'm gonna need the blocks, but I gotta put them in because the U-bolts I got are too long. The threads are too long for me to just go straight on the leaf. Unless I use an inch worth of washers, but I'm not doing that. All right, got the leaf spring in. Just not tight, just in there, mocked up. I got a 2-inch block in there. And I couldn't get it to line up at first, but I realized that's because all that suspension was down and weighing down on that side. It kind of jacked this whole thing up, and it was just hard to move. So it was a lot easier if I put a jack under on that side. And it fell right into place. My U-bolt's looking good. Here's my shock. I just got the bolts out. There's two 13 millimeters up there, and the new one's just gonna flap right in there like that, or like this. And let me do that just to show you the difference in the drop shot. It's a little bit shorter, and the spring rate. That one goes back. This one don't at all. So this is a good thing we're replacing these. I don't know whether I'm gonna use these same ones or not. Maybe so. I don't see why not. I'm gonna go tighten all that stuff up. 2 13s for the shock up here. I'm just gonna let it dangle. Put my plate at the bottom of the U-joints, and then the U-bolts. Crank the U-bolts on. Drop it low, see how it looks. All right. First one's all buttoned in. Had to cut my U-bolts a little shorter. Haven't tightened these down yet, but everything else is torqued up. Now I'm moving on to this side. My first step, take the wheel off. Second step, I'm gonna crack all these U-bolts loose and try to spin them off. And I should just cut them, but I don't know why I don't like to cut shit. But we'll get those off. We'll see how that works. Probably best is cut them. Before I take this one off, I got one loose already. Both the nuts are off. I'm gonna mark it with my paint marker that it's the inside, just in case I ever gotta use it again. But one thing I suggest before you take bolts off is to crack this lower shock mount loose. Got it off. Well, I'm gonna mark those, and I'm gonna get to taking these out. So I'm gonna just get to it now. Holy fuck. So what, my leg is tired. Oh shit. Alright, I'm gonna get that one out, that one out. That one I'm gonna have to cut because I guess the gas tank, or maybe the new gas tank got a cutout for it now. We'll see. I'm doing the rear shackle leaf spring. It's got 2 wrenches, 21 millimeter. Oh. Oh, there's one. Somewhat. Well, it looks like I'm gonna clear it, to be honest. If not, maybe not. But if not, I'm just gonna cut it off. Couple of things we're gonna need. Some hammers. Nothing's on here. Okay, first things first. I'm gonna just stick this guy and this guy like this way though. Put it right here and give it some smacks. Hopefully drive that pin out. Don't know if I'm gonna make it all the way. So let's take this one out. I just need a little more. I'm just sticking a pin in this hole so I can drive it out the back. That thing is for sure in the way. All right, I got everything tightened up besides the leaf spring bolts. Besides these guys. Everything else is tightened up. I got what I could. I mean, that back is sitting. I got the Carolina squat going on right now. And I didn't even film a lot of it because you know how filming this shit goes while you're doing it. It's just fucked up. My phone died every fucking 5 minutes. But yeah, so I got stock springs, coils in the front, new drop shocks, 2-inch drop spindle. Then I got 3-inch Belltech drop leads, a drop shock, and a 2-inch no angle block under there. And yeah, I'm just coming back out to look at my pinion angle. I think it's all right because I was looking at it earlier. My gearbox is pointed up and it's going down, so that means that the gearbox and the transmission Should be at the same angle. I can't see it all at once, but I'm guessing I'll be okay. I've been scared to even start it after doing all this. And yesterday I had a problem. I took out my idle air control valve thinking I had a rough idle, but turns out I had a good idle. Just thought it was rough. Took it out to clean it. I broke the old O-ring on it. Well, I put it back in. Went to start it and my idle was so high. So I looked back under at the idle air control valve. And the old O-ring I reused, was halfway sticking out. So that thing wasn't even seated all the way. And it just was full blow air. So I took it back out. I made I had a set of O-rings multi-use and I put it on there, but it was too fat. So I had to shave it down with a shaving razor. I shaved it down skinnier and it fit in there, but it still had high RPM. So I just went to O'Reilly's, grabbed me one, and it ended up fixing my idle. My startup idle, warm-up idle, is way higher than what it used to be, but it drops back down within like 10 seconds. So that's cool. Got that taken care of, and I haven't even started it yet. And I've just been scared to start it because of that angle. So tonight I'm gonna do a little bit more research, but as of now, I got the Carolina squat going on. Almost makes it look like a long bed, but she is short bed. I'm debating on ordering some 3-inch drop springs that they got the 1-inch spacer in the kit. So if you want to do 2-inch drop or 3-inch drop, you can, whether or not you use that spacer. And I'm thinking, because I threw some springs on here that I got with the kit when I bought it from this guy. And he said they're Belltech drop ones, whatever. I got home and I realized they're cut. So they could have been the Belltech ones, but he's a custom guy. He got hella trucks, so maybe he got confused and maybe he did chop. Maybe they were 3-inch drop ones, but he did cut them. And I threw those on there and I was smacking fender out here, smacking the fender down here. There was no way I was rocking with those, so I don't know. That's probably well over 3, so I could put the spring in and check it out. Honestly, I'll start with 2. I think 2 might get me level, but as of right now, it's just a 2-inch drop, and then it's got 5 in the back because the back has the 3-inch drop leads and 2-inch block. Some nice shocks. Bolts. Got my finishing pads. Oh shit. My bracket. My brackets from Brian. Herbie should be coming in anytime to get this Blazer bumper actually installed right. I just got 1 bolt in it from the outside bracket. But when you get his kit, you don't even need the outside bracket. You don't even need none of those brackets. You just need the bumper itself. And it bolts right onto the factory holes, and it gives you a little bit of play so you can adjust it. It's going to be a lot closer, and it's going to be low enough that I can drop the tailgate. So as of right now, I got to push this down so this can get some clearance and open up. But dang. Truck looks good. See, that's if need to open the tailgate, I just lower my bumper down. So, yep. Little update on the door situation after I replace it. I got my bushing set back in here, so I don't got no sag no more, and I'm not gonna be wearing out this pin as much anymore. I got this junkyard seal, but it's just too fat, so I gotta slam the door still. And got my headliner redone with epoxy fiberglass and just some $1 bandanas until I can afford some actual foamy stuff. Truck's a mess. Digital dash still rocking strong. Yeah, you gotta shut the door. Tomorrow I'm gonna go to the junkyard and get a whole new everything, all the seals off this truck. He said he'd just give it to me for a couple bucks, and obviously they're a lot better than these ones. The one at the junkyard got one crack right here. These feel like hard plastic now. The one at the junkyard is still squishy and soft. So that'll save me 60, 70 bucks, depending on how much I get it for. Yeah, there she is. Get squatted.